Bronny James, you kind of in a similar situation. What do you think his future look like?
I like Bronny James, man. I went to the game when they played here. I felt bad for him because it's a lot on this shorty. I could see and see the pressure. I could see it because I got boys, man, and I could see it. And when he steps out there, they want to see the daddy.
Bad.
They want to see the daddy. They ain't
See
checking for Bronny. They want to see the daddy, and Bronny is coming. He may not get there as quick as his father arrived,
Right.
but he's coming. And one thing about my kids, and you guys have done the same, and I've seen this. I told my kids, you don't have to be me, man, but I need you to be the best you.
That's it.
You could be. That's my deal with my shorties. You can't be me. God has graced me and gifted me and just separated me and set me aside. But give me the best you. Don't half step with me. Give me the best you every day. And it's sad that when they look at that young man, they trying to see Bron, dog.
Yeah.
That's hard, man. That's one of a kind. And I feel bad for him in that aspect, but I think he's coming.
Yep, I think it'll be fine too.
Bronny James, a name that's been echoing in the basketball world long before he ever set foot on an NBA court. The son of the king himself, LeBron James, Bronny entered the league not just as a player, but as a spectacle. When the Los Angeles Lakers selected him with the 55th overall pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the headlines wrote themselves. Some called it a brilliant marketing move. Others labeled it blatant nepotism. But whether you believed it was earned or inherited, one thing was certain. Bronny James was now under the most unforgiving spotlight in sports.
Year at least, Bronny is going to have a shot to earn back end of the rotation minutes. He had too many turnovers. His turnovers in his games were 1, 4, 3, and then 8. That 8 is obviously an outrageous number. But he also gave you 8 points, 14 points, 17 points, and then 18 points. His efficiency from 3 needs to be better, but he played good defense, and he looked kind of the way you want a second-year, second-round pick to look, which is like he's better than a lot of the guys he's playing against in Summer League, because he's supposed to be. So I thought Bronny stood out in a positive way.
From day one of his rookie season, the pressure was suffocating. Playing for the Lakers alongside his father wasn't just a fairy tale, it was a carefully constructed narrative. But reality quickly set in. Bronny struggled out of the gate, looking overwhelmed and underprepared. In 27 NBA games, he averaged just 2.3 points per game while shooting a dismal 31.3% from the field and a mere 28.1% from three-point range. The bright lights of Los Angeles weren't kind. Fans started to question why he was even on the roster. Was this truly about talent or about ticket sales and storyline?
How in the world are they going to sell basketball fans, but more importantly, Laker fans, that a kid who cannot play at this level is going to be on the roster?
Jaylen Brown is all of us. This is an unmitigated disaster.
Here's Jaylen Brown.
Unmitigated disaster.
Yep.
We're past that dangerous line. You don't have to sell Lakers fans. At the end of the day, you don't owe much to the fans. You have to sell the other teammates. If I am on this Lakers Summer League team, I'm ticked off. I'm annoyed. I'm frustrated. This kid is getting on the floor. He is not an NBA player. He was never an NBA player heading into the draft. We knew that this was going to happen, that he was going to get taken by the Lakers, but the bar was set low. The bar was set low. We talked. David, you said heading into Summer League, he had to do one thing competently. Just make some three-pointers. Just get comfortable.
How's that going?
But behind the scenes, away from the Hollywood cameras and ESPN countdowns, something remarkable was happening. In the G League, Bronny James began to transform. With the South Bay Lakers, he turned in a strong performance, averaging 21.9 points, 5.3 rebounds, 5.3 assists, and nearly 2 steals per game over just 11 outings. His efficiency skyrocketed, 44.3% from the field and a promising 38% from beyond the arc. Bronny wasn't just surviving in the G League, he was thriving. Highlight reels of him dunking, defending, and taking over games began circulating. Suddenly, fans were asking a very different question. Why isn't Bronny playing more with the Lakers?
If you take away the criticism of he shouldn't be in the league, then is he ready now? If he's not ready now, is he going to be ready next year? Like, it's all about progression, right? If we're going to sit here and compare, even though we don't want to compare, who looks more like the first round pick, him or Connect right now? The names, just production and charisma and style and comfortability. Who looks more like the first round pick? Are they 3 years apart from each other?
As the debate raged online, an old interview resurfaced, one that now feels eerily prophetic. Nearly a year before Bronny's debut, Kevin Durant sat down with Jake Paul on the Impulsive podcast. When asked about Bronny, KD's response was blunt. I think he could use another year of college. At the time, Durant's comments were seen as cautious wisdom, but in hindsight, they sound like a warning. KD knew the NBA wasn't a charity. It's a battleground. And Bronny, talented though he may be, might have been too green for the war ahead. Fast forward to July 2025, and now the rumors have been confirmed. The Los Angeles Lakers have decided not to include Bronny James on their final roster for the 2025 to 2026 season. That's right. The fairy tale is over. The Lakers are moving forward without the son of LeBron. And suddenly what seemed like a feel-good family story has spiraled into controversy.
It's very important. So which is more important, summer league or training camp?
For who?
Well, like Bronny. Say Bronny, for example.
So I look at it like this.
Say both.
If you're a first year coming out of college or a second year player, right? This is important for you because this is your first milestone to see what you've been working on since the season ended to now. So from college, whatever you've been training for, right? Summer League is the first time you get to play NBA rules.
Yeah, but
right?
Sources close to the organization have leaked some damning quotes. One executive reportedly said, if his name wasn't James, he'd have never made the team to begin with. Another insider suggested that Bronny's presence was a distraction and created an unfair media circus that disrupted player development and team chemistry. But the decision didn't just shake the locker room, it shook the king himself. Insiders say LeBron James is livid. According to reports, LeBron feels blindsided by the front office's move, especially after he took a significant pay cut to help the team financially this offseason. One league agent told Basketball Wire, "You don't cut LeBron's son without there being consequences." And now, Lakers management might be scrambling behind the scenes to control a firestorm they helped ignite. This entire saga brings up the unavoidable question, was Bronny James ever truly ready for the NBA? Critics argue that his draft selection was all about optics, that his college stats didn't justify a pick, that his early NBA numbers only proved what scouts had whispered, that Bronny needed more time. But perhaps the harshest reality is this. Maybe Bronny never wanted the NBA spotlight this soon. After surviving a life-threatening cardiac incident in 2023, Bronny had just started to rebuild. The mental and physical toll of that recovery alone was monumental. To then thrust him into the world's biggest basketball stage may have been more about media attention than player development. And yet, despite the doubt, despite the setbacks, Bronny showed flashes of greatness in the G League. His performance wasn't a fluke. It was a preview of what could be if he's given the right time and environment to grow. So, where does he go from here? Some insiders say the Phoenix Suns are circling. A source close to the organization said they were intrigued by Bronny's G League explosion and believe he could thrive outside the circus of Los Angeles. Others suggest he may return to the South Bay Lakers and continue honing his craft away from national cameras. Then there's the nuclear option, walking away from the NBA entirely. Some in Bronny's camp believe taking time off to reset mentally might be the best move for his health and his long-term career. And what about LeBron? There's growing speculation that this decision could mark the beginning of the end of his Lakers tenure. A man who has always valued loyalty and legacy, LeBron might be reevaluating everything after watching his son get cut from the team he once called home. Some believe he could request a trade. Others think he may consider retirement. One source close to the family told reporters, "This isn't just a basketball decision. It's personal." In the end, this wasn't just a roster move. It was the unraveling of a dynasty in real time. Bronny James entered the NBA carrying his father's name, expectations, and spotlight. He's now leaving his first year with bruises, both literal and figurative. But perhaps this is just the beginning of his real story. Because great players aren't built in comfort. They're forged in adversity. Bronny may no longer wear a Lakers jersey, but the world is still watching. He's no longer just the son of LeBron. He's a player trying to write his own legacy, one step at a time. Whether that's in Phoenix, South Bay, or somewhere we haven't even imagined yet, one thing is clear. This chapter may be over, but Bronny James's story is far from finished.